What's going on, Tamers? It is me, Guy, recovering from the flu, I guess? I don't know. Earlier this week, I had some really nasty flu-like symptoms, and then this morning I just woke up and they were all gone. So I guess I'm happy that they're all gone, but I'm also worried, because nobody gets over the flu that fast, so what the heck did I have? WebMDs in the comments below, let me know what it was. Something tells me this is going to be my least liked video of all time. It feels like I'm just handing somebody medicine and they know it's disgusting and it's gonna taste like crap, but it's medicine. So yeah, for what it's worth, I know what I'm about to say is probably not a popular opinion. But honestly, I hear a lot of people say that they wish that the Digimon card game had an online client or like an online version of the game. They could play like a CCG, something like Hearthstone or the Magic Online client or Master Duel. And on the surface, even I can agree, this sounds like a really cool and really great idea. Unfortunately, I don't think people are giving it the amount of thought that you should be. So let me start with Master Duel here, because I think that Master Duel is probably the greatest example of a TCG becoming a CCG, and I think people point to Master Duel as a reason why other card games should go the same route. And even I can agree that Master Duel is an incredibly polished and streamlined version of the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG. But, and I'll get to more about this in just a moment, Konami was incredibly strategic in how they implemented and rolled out the Master Duel game. So let's actually address the question. For a physical trading card game, why would it be a bad idea to make an online collectible card game of the same name? And from a business perspective, this is an absolute no-brainer. If you have two products that are exactly alike and you have a company that has limited resources creating those products, one of these products is going to cannibalize the other. There's no point in having the same thing two times. And again, I want to point to Master Duel. They were really clever in making sure that Master Duel and the actual version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Are not the same game. And because Yu-Gi-Oh! Has this 25-year legacy behind it, Master Duel can afford to do this by implementing different ban lists. And so if you wanted to do the same thing with the Digimon card game, honestly, you would have to change something. And with only a couple of years under its belt and a very small pool of limited and banned cards, I'm talking like razor thin, compared to Yu-Gi-Oh!, I don't know what you would change. And so again, if you're going to have both of these games out and available at the same time and they have complete parity with each other, then the one that actually costs less resources to manage is probably going to be the winner. When you think about it, for the physical card game, you have to worry about getting product out, actually printing the product, the shipping and the selling of the product, and honestly, that's a huge hassle when you compare them to things like just releasing packs in an online client that is just data in your game. I will say that there is this one small caveat here, and there is sometimes a reason that a company does want to actually cannibalize a physical trading card game for the online card game, and that's usually because the game has gone past its prime. And one really great example of this is the Dragon Ball CCG that Bandai announced not too long ago, which featured basically the same Dragon Ball trading card game, just done in an online client. And again, I think it's mostly because that game is past its prime. And as I make my last point here, I just want to be really upfront with you guys that what I'm about to say is very selfish. But I can't help but feel like I'm not the only person who feels this way. So I just want to put it out there. For nearly 20 years, I have run the online grind with fighting games and card games alike. And I will say, compared to getting together with actual people, sitting down, having a conversation, and playing a game of cards, online feels like the most soulless experience possible. I'm not saying there's not fun aspects about it. I think there is something to be said about being able to play anybody, especially if you're in an area that doesn't have a large community for you. But at least for me, in my instances, there is just something that you cannot grasp online. That is the magic of sitting down across from another person and playing a game. The Digimon card game was the first physical trading card game I played in nearly 10 years. And a big part of this was because of the in-person element. And honestly, I don't want to see that go by the wayside. And again, I say this knowing that I'm being completely selfish, knowing that I live in Tokyo, which is probably one of the best communities for the game in the world. Everything is super close together. I have tons of options to play, tons of people to play with, and I know that people don't have that same experience that I do. Some folks might live in more rural areas or more areas where it's harder to find people to actually play with. And in that case, I understand that it's kind of crappy to just play on webcam. I get that. And so this probably feels like a really hollow apology, but sorry, that's, I feel how I feel. And so that's pretty much going to wrap up this one. This is really a style of video I haven't ever done before. Just kind of me taking the thoughts buzzing around in my head and kind of just like putting them out into the universe. But let me know if you liked it or not. If so, maybe I'll do a couple more of these. If not, then we'll stop it here. Again, probably a bad idea going with this topic as the first one, considering how unpopular it's probably going to be. But gotta shoot my shot. Anyways, folks, thanks for watching. I'm gonna get out of here. Before you get out of here, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.